Hi, today we are going to test drive a third-generation Kia Cerato. The Koreans have invested more than $250 million in it, and in a few months they are going to offer it in more than 130 countries, including Ukraine. The third-generation Cerato is broader and lower and has an extended wheelbase. All these changes are supposed to make the vehicle compact and roomy at the same time. Interestingly, this Cerato has the same wheelbase as the huge Kia Sorento. It's no secret that thanks to the German designer Peter Schrauer, the author of the Audi TT, the Kia got incredibly emotional and attractive models. The model named Cerato, besides its emotional appearance, has some sportive traits. Now looking at this car, you don't see it as an ordinary conservative sedan for middle-aged drivers. Enlarging this car, the Koreans took the trouble to reduce the front and rear overhangs. Now it's easier to climb curbs and the car looks more energetic. At the same time, the trunk volume has increased and is now the largest in this class. The car we are testing is one of the highest possible line: backseat heating, steering wheel heating and front seat ventilation. Of course, that's a bit too much and too expensive for Ukrainian consumers, but at least they ought to know that Kia is ready to offer them even such super premium options. If it wasn't for the possibility to adjust the height and depth of the steering wheel, I would have to admit that a tall man would have difficulty sitting at it, because the A-pillars are inclined a bit too low. The Korean engineers explain that the inclined front and rear pillars improve the car's aerodynamics and visibility and make it feel more spacious. That's true, it looks quite roomy inside. I like the multimedia system with good graphics compatible with flash drives and iPods. A rear view cam is also available. The back seats are quite comfortable and roomy. There are two glass holders and an armrest, but there's one thing that I don't like. Sitting in the front seat, I hate to feel hard plastic with my knees. I've already mentioned the sportive traits of this car. In the compartment, they are emphasized by the start button, the pedal shifter and the carbon-coated dashboard elements. This car is very good at control and its 130 horsepower engine makes driving quite enjoyable. Nowadays, few 1.6-liter engines have 130 horsepower, most of them have less. There's hardly anything to criticize this sprightly engine for. Coming up soon are 2-liter 160 horsepower engines, and there's going to be more to enjoy. The suspension is hard and robust. It needs quality roads and is going to have trouble with potholes on Ukrainian roads, but I think it still stands fair chances. The Ukrainians will hardly buy such a high trim level. They prefer something less sophisticated and more modest and for an agreeable price. Two Cerato models will be available in Ukraine, EX and LX. There'll be no color displays, leather upholstery or steering wheel heating, but an original design, a powerful engine and a good gearbox are guaranteed. By the way, in the near time the Cerato is going to be available in the two-door coupe version. There's a very interesting version where steering effort is increased electronically in 3 modes: Normal, Comfort and Sport. The latter one is rather difficult and overloaded with information. In the Comfort mode, you can park the car with one finger. In this grade, we have a 6-speed automatic gearbox, the lightest and most compact in its class. It works perfectly and goes together well with a 130 horsepower engine. Of Of course, the Cerato automatic gearbox is way far from Volkswagen's DSG. It's not so fast and not so accurate, but the very fact of a 6-speed automatic gearbox in this class is worth attention. A few more words about the transmission. The Koreans also promise a 6-speed manual gearbox that will undoubtedly reduce fuel consumption and make the car move more smoothly. As far as I remember the second generation Kia Cerato, this one is a lot better in terms of noise insulation. Kia promises that its new car will be economical, meaning 8.5 to 8.7 liters of gas in city traffic and as little as 6.5 liters out of town. The test drive in Dubai did show 8.7 liters, but we did make 6.5 on the highway. The best we managed was around 7 liters. Cerato is Kia's best-selling model. In 2013, the company plans to sell more than 500,000 worldwide. Considering the fact that over the past 5 years, Kia has doubled sales to 2.75 million cars a year, the Cerato sales plan doesn't look far-fetched, even in the times of crisis. Every time I test drive a Kia car, I understand more clearly that the Koreans are very close at the heels of the Japanese. If they manage to keep the attractive price, I'm sure that the Japanese will find it very hard to compete for the Ukrainian buyer.